What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. We are continuing on with our journey of The Wire. We're on season 5, episode number 7. That episode is called Took. Okay, so I apologize, guys. I'm starting to wonder if a sister needs to stop going live and just needs to go back to dropping videos because this house is very, very busy. Okay, let's get my partner in crime up in here. Moochie,
Hey, what's up?
I love your hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Hi, J Mac and Michelle Wilder, Renee Hicks. What's up, guys? Yeah, so sorry. So one of my boys are stranded, so I had to send the other one to go to the rescue, and we almost had to go through this without any slides, any pictures, because it was giving me some problems. Like, seriously. One computer just froze on me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I did all these screenshots for nothing."
oh.
But I wind up finding a little solution to take the screenshots and send them to my email. And so there you go. All right, guys. So the quote of the episode is, "They don't teach it in law school," and that is by Rhonda. Okay. What's up, Marlon Easton? All right, let's get into this because I thought that I had my slides up here, but I didn't. It's okay. You see this kid? He's making noise. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord and Savior. Hold
I
on.
don't hear
Sorry.
anything.
That's good because he's like really making noise back there. All right. So just making sure I had it. Support Gaming. What's going on? What's up, RDRD? Mm-hmm. What is happening? All right, guys. So listen. This episode had me really cringing. I'm not it was just I felt Bunk's pain. Let me just put it that way, all right? Because I'm just like, it's so much going on over a fake case. Like it's just too much. At the end of the day, it's too much. I can't anymore. So guys, listen. McNulty and Freeman, right? They work together to make a prank call to Scott. Okay. Now McNulty acts like he's the homeless serial deleter, and Freeman tells him to stick to the script because even with the voice modulator, he's exposed, right? And so McNulty, he's calling Scott and he's telling him that he humiliated him in front of his parents and all this stuff. He said biting is not sexual. I'm not sick like that and all of this stuff, right? Like he's got this funny accent. They call it a deep Baltimore. They call it a deep Baltimore accent. Yeah, but okay, that's what they say is a deep Baltimore accent. All right, and so all along the call is being traced, right? And so McNulty tells Scott that he's never going to find the bodies anymore, and then they send a pic of the homeless guy to Scott's phone, right? So the homeless guy that McNulty had in last week's episode that he took to Richmond, he sent the picture to Scotty's. I'm calling him Scotty because that's what that's what McNulty was calling him. He sent it to his phone. Okay, so Moochie, what did you have to say about this whole like the phone call and like all of the frenzy? Oh my gosh.
With him, the way he was running in the hallway for the phone call, I was laughing at him.
He was so scared.
Voice had me cracking up because the way he was talking. Oh, sexual.
Yeah.
Like, this is when I become very childish because I laugh at stuff that you're not supposed to laugh at.
Oh, I was laughing at certain things as well. But so meanwhile, like I said, it's just a whole thing going on. It's a whole frenzy, so because of the fact that these calls are being monitored, the cops are sent swarming around the location of the call because Sidner's down there because obviously he's a part of it.
I was worried about him here.
Yeah,
Sidner.
he's a part of it all, and he has the phone. Like, he has to have the phone on the location so they could track it down there and everything. But guys, innocent people are getting jammed up. Like, look at this guy or on the like,
The man at the top with his kids. Did you see him? I was like,
it was
damn,
just
they going in trying to get this person because they really thinking it's just, the serial deleter. You know what I'm saying? So they
yeah.
thinking the serial deleter's doing that thing, and they running up there pushing people against the wall, searching them and all of that. So
Yeah.
what's
Yep,
up,
they
Big Wolf?
are. What's up, Big Wolf? I'm gonna make the announcement, Big Wolf. It's not probably gonna come until like another month or so because it's a lot of work. All right. So okay, so where else are we? All right, so now we have McNulty. He goes down to this. I was laughing a little bit at this part as well. So McNulty goes down to the son and he's questioning Scott about the call, and he asks him if the caller had the same voice as the first time, like the first caller or whatever. And Scott starts like lying. He says, no, it wasn't the same. Then he's like, no, yeah, it was the same, but this time it was a real thick Baltimore accent. And so McNulty says, you didn't notice that the first time, huh? And I'm like, he's such a jerk because he
Because he
knows
know
that.
he lying. That's why. And that's what I like about McNulty too. He like, yo, if you want to be an idiot, I'm gonna be one right along with you.
Yes.
You want to
I'm
be a
like,
liar, I want to be one right along with you.
I'm like, oh my freaking, you hear him screaming now?
No, I still don't hear nothing.
Sorry.
You got some
I had to
good things that's taking
scream.
out your background
No, good, because I sure hear
sound. So
him. Like,
I don't hear no fighting or nothing if that was going on.
no,
And you
he's
know we've
playing.
been on live where we heard rumble in the jungle in your house. All right? Anywho. Sure. And I was surprised at the culprit. A little girl. A little girl just kicking ass in the house.
She's not here. Oh my gosh, good thing right now. But anyway,
so getting back to what we're supposed to be talking about, not real life.
I know, right? um Okay, so yeah, where were we? So yeah, he said you didn't notice anything, huh? Now here is the thing too, because during this time, McNulty is also saying, do not try to release the location in the papers because we trying to get up on that cell phone. And what's the name kind of gave him a little look, because Gus be having his spidey senses tingling and everything. I felt like he looked at McNulty a little funny as well, like, what the heck you talking about with that, right?
Gus is sniffing out a lot in this whole inch where he like his spidey senses is tingling with that whole back and forth with McNulty.
Yes.
Something ain't right here.
Mm-hmm.
Something ain't right.
And
With
so
his
when he
spidey
leaves,
senses is tingling.
yes, and so when he leaves,
when
McNulty leaves, this is Gus looking at looking at what is his name? Looking at Scott. And this, let me tell you, this face right here just shows me somebody that's like, I'm just tired of this guy. You know what I mean? It's like he don't need no more proof. It's almost like I just know this guy is so freaking full of it. And he's just tired of him. Like, Dag, look at all of this stuff you done got us into. What'd you say?
I said, when you know there's a liar at work, sometimes you can't wait for them to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I see what he doing.
Right.
They don't know this. I ain't no snitch or nothing, but I can't wait till you get caught.
Exactly.
It's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh, he's just so annoying. All right, guys. So listen, Omar is still on the prowl, okay, and he done hit up a stash house. He makes his way into the stash house where he deletes one guy and leaves another one alive to give Marlo the same message that he's been leaving with everybody else, right? He also takes the stash and flushes it down the freaking toilet. We find out that it was 4 freaking keys, all right? This guy is just like, he don't care about no money. He's into like robbing Marlo in a way where like you can't do nothing. You can't get your money. Like, I don't even care for your money. Like, this is your money maker. I'm flushing it out of the toilet. I'm burning it. Like, we see him just destroying the stash and all, and destroying the money, burning the money, burning the stash, destroying the stash, stuff like that. So what did you want to say about this particular scene, Moochie, if you have anything to
Well,
say.
he's on a rampage for Marlo Omar.
Mm,
They,
yeah.
Blind Butchie was his boy, so he's going all out for him and letting them know it ain't about the money. I'm not even keeping this money. I want
Nope.
your boy. I want
Yeah.
him. Tell him to come down to the streets.
Right. Cause he a little, bi, and he ain't coming down in these streets. And I know he not.
Mm-hmm.
But he know. See, the thing with Marlo too is he knows that. No, I'm sorry, not Marlo. Omar knows that Marlo be deleting people for calling him a B or for disrespecting his name. So that's why he keep trying to like go about and say stuff about him to try to lure him out. But well, folks is hiding right now. What's up, Juan Roman? So we also see that the judge grants McNulty and Rhonda 2 computers to help with the homeless cases so far. Okay, because right now, it's obviously hitting the fan, but it hasn't hit the fan as big yet, right? As we go further into the episode, we're gonna see how it definitely hits the freaking fan, and I think that's what's coming up now. So in this scene, I was loving it because I just love the fact that what is his name? Bunk told Officer Chubbs off. Okay, so Jay, aka Officer Chubbs, tells Bunk that he's needed to help with McNulty's homeless deletion case, right? Because it's like they're calling everybody down, like it's it's an emergency, so they need all the men to come down for this meeting and everything. And Bunk flips out on Jay and he tells him that he's not going because he's working on his own cases, right? He says to Jay, F your stripes and F McNulty. Like, I'm not, he said, I'm doing police work. And if you can't get with that, write me up and ship my behind to a trial board, right? And I'm just like, sheesh, he done had it. How did you feel when you saw this, Moochie?
Glad that he stood his ground and said, look, call my union. That's the first thing you do, especially when you following stuff. He knows he's not going to expose his boy. See, this is exactly what I was talking about, Miss K. You know how somebody's doing wrong. You can't wait till they get caught sometimes. Mm-hmm. He's not wishing that on McNulty, but he's not going to tell on McNulty, but he's going to stand his ground with his case.
Right, exactly. Like, I'm not about to, like, be wasting my time when I know that it's a lie. You know what I mean? Like, it's a freaking lie. What am I'm over here? I'm doing police work. Shoot, go on and see what the heck you see what you're gonna do about that. I don't care. Write me up. So Officer Chubbs just was like, okay. Like, he didn't even say anything. I was like, oh, okay, he ain't got nothing to say. Good. Somebody need to tell him off because he's so freaking lazy. Sometimes he get on my nerves anyway when he be trying to put, oh, you see these stripes? Do you not see these stripes? No, I don't see no stripes. I see, what is that? A plaid shirt or something like that? No, but anyway. So basically,
what, checking Chubbs?
Yeah, check it. What's up, Savannah?
Hey,
all right,
Savannah.
guys. So this is how it's getting crazy. All right, so everybody is on this, right? Everybody's involved in this thing. Daniels is designated, or his people, to specific tasks, and at the Sun, Gus is doing the same thing. Okay, like, this is just really a freaking shame because it's all fake. All right, now the crazy thing, there was one statement that stood out to me, and that was when Daniel said that when they get a full ID of the homeless man that is missing, they need to run every connection to make sure this isn't a hoax. And you saw McNulty's face, like, oh my freaking gosh, you saw that guilty look on his face. Like, look at him right now, just looking around. Everybody else,
I think he let one out from that one.
Everyone else is so intent and everything, and he's looking around like, oh my gosh, he's probably ready to freaking crap on himself at this point. So we got extra man. So we got Daniels lets it be known that the mayor, he done approved extra manpower. Extra manpower is being put into this case, guys, including no overtime restrictions or staffing restrictions. Okay, like he's going hard on this one, Carcetti, because it's all because I think he did the announcement to run for governor or something like that. His numbers was 92. Something was good, right? And then all of a sudden they hear about the picture and everything with the phone call and the picture. So now he's he's freaking out and he's going into a frenzy because obviously if he's trying to run for governor, it's gonna mess things up for him if he looks like he's a trash mayor and the city is just going crazy or whatever. It's so funny that the judge said something to Rhonda about, oh, uh, 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 the leader is on the loose, right? Sending pictures and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that while he is announced, while he announced that he's going to be running for governor and stuff like that. He said you might want to check the alibi of the governor, whoever's in the governor's seat right now. Like he
I
might be
like that
behind it.
conversation. The judge was like piecing stuff together that nobody could figure out. But it's
Mm-hmm.
not. It's just a coincidence.
Right. Yes. So, we know this is the reason why Carcetti is willing to do all these things because it's just to help him look better for his for the future. I just think it's really stupid. I know we talked about this last week, but I think it's crazy that you hardly have been in this seat as a mayor for a while and you're already trying to move up to be the governor. Like that just I don't
I
like
don't
that.
understand that either. You're not even really working this thing good. With To me, you made the mistake, and I know I keep revisiting him, Miss K, with the whole him leaving the money on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and you carrying on like you you're not even mastering this position yet, and you're trying
Right.
to look forward. I feel like you're not focused,
Mm-hmm.
and you are focused to a certain extent when you signing off on everything because you just want this case to be put to bed. But he's not focused on being a mayor. He's focused on running for governor, and I
Mm-hmm.
have a problem with that.
Yeah, me too. I don't like it. I mean, I like his attitude, how he seemed like he was genuinely concerned and everything, but it's like if you are leaving the city behind now, you know what I'm saying? Then what's gonna happen? Because as governor, you're not gonna be, that's for the state, right? You're not gonna really be that much concerned with Baltimore after that. That's what I'm thinking. But whatever. So hold on guys, let me just double check just what me jumper cables. Okay, he said dad. What the heck is he talking about? All right, guys. So let me just make sure that I'm on the right track. All
When they
right.
bring the people in from Quantico, because that's what they talking about. Those are people that study people's behaviors. So when they study their behaviors, they trying to find out who this serial deleter is.
Did
And
they bring people in yet?
that,
Don't say too
that no,
much.
that's what they're talking about in this
Oh
thing where
yeah.
he looks like he has to make number two. So
Yeah.
so this is like a big deal now.
I know. It's just made me feel so uncomfortable. I know like this is just a show, but I don't care. Like it really made
Mm-mm.
me
Ad support
uncomfortable.
gaming says between Carcetti or Clay Davis, who is most corrupt? Clay Davis.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. So guys, Dookie is looking in the the one ads, he looking in the classifieds for a little job and everything. Spider came and gave his little count in his report to Michael, but then he tried to start a little trouble talking about some career day on the corner or whatever he said. And Michael nipped it in the bud real quick, like, yo, back off. You know what I'm saying?
I like
Fall
Michael.
back. Huh?
I like
What'd you
Michael
say?
because he like
Yeah,
step off with that.
exactly. So of course he had to, and in the meantime you just hear Dookie, he's just kind of like reading out all of these job descriptions and things like that, and of course he can't do none of them, and Michael's like, listen, you can't do none of that, you 16 plus. He said you haven't even been to the dentist before, plus you got to pick up Dookie, I'm sorry, not Dookie, you got to pick up Bug at 3 o'clock or whatever. So then he starts saying, wait, hold on, look at this, look what he said, night dancer needed or something,
Exotic dancer.
exotic
Maybe
dancer
must be
needed.
flexible. This was funny when he was doing this dance. I thought this was so funny, yo. And then he was going like this with the funny.
Uh-huh. He's like, they can rain. I was like, that was cute, like have a little fun or whatever. And other people, the other guys are just watching, hating and everything, because when Michael's around, they can't touch Dookie, they can't say nothing to Dookie, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anyway, you got the little haters watching. Next thing you freaking know, um he gets Michael is getting arrested. Carver's coming, like, I want you. And then he take him, and he's like, what did I do? He said, well, if we don't know, you do, you know
No.
and that's just that. Okay. So let's move on, guys. So Bunk, he asks McNulty and Freeman if they're proud of themselves. All right. And Freeman was just like, we just need 2 or 3 weeks tops for Marlo, and Bunk is just still, he's so irked, because he's like, what about Kima, how y'all took her off her Triple H and all of this? And, Kima has to go out and she has to work this, she's really not happy about it. Like when she went to go talk to those people, we'll talk about that when we get there. But it's just really a messed up situation. All right, like, and Bunk is just sitting back watching this whole thing, and he's so irked right now. Did you want to say anything about Bunk and his
I like Bunk he has morals, so he feels like
mm-hmm.
they're breaking code as being detectives. You're breaking
Yeah.
code. You're doing things in a selfish manner where it's gonna make the job harder after. When things happen like this, it's a trickle down effect, and then you be wondering why things change on a job, and it's because of one person. This is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with rules. You know how they be having like stupid rules, and they'd be like, well, how in the world we get these? Because somebody did something stupid. So now you have to put new rules in place every time, because some things you wouldn't think people would do. You think that you don't have to say it. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But hey, this is what happens because somebody comes around and does something stupid. But this right here, obviously, I mean, they know this is not the same as when people do stupid things that you think is like it's self-explanatory that you're not supposed to do. Well, actually, yeah, they know they're not supposed to do this, but they're doing it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to get, look, I respect why they're doing it, but it's just not working out, guys. It's
Hey,
going
pretty
way out of
girl.
proportion. Blown way out of proportion. What's up, pretty girl? Oh, sorry. Whew, almost lost my breath. Okay, so Carver has delivered Michael, quote unquote, gift wrapped, okay, to Bunk. Like, you see this time, he act like he's like, I'm giving the person to you. Like, there ain't no phone calls, ain't no nothing. Like, I'm giving him to you, from me to you. So, because obviously it was a catastrophe with the
Remember
last
what
kid.
happened before with Randy. And
Exactly. So
that
he's
I'm
like,
glad that they're following through and doing things right. But
mm-hmm,
still, he's going in here, you know.
yeah. So here goes, guys. He's got the pictures of the deleted picture, unalived picture of his stepdad. So now Bunk is interrogating Michael about the photos of his stepfather. He asks Michael if he knows who it was, and yeah, Michael's like, yeah, right. And Bunk was like, look at you, not even blinking. So Bunk goes on to tell Michael that he doesn't blame him though after what his stepfather did to him. And then he tells Michael that he knows that Michael doesn't have the physicality to do that kind of damage. Like, I know that you didn't do this. So he basically trying to say, I know you didn't do it, but who the heck did do it, right? And Bunk said whoever did this had to be a full grown and powerful individual, a fearsome individual. And I was like, that is something. Okay, so of course he's like, so do you know anything about this? And then he's like, how in the world would I know? You the police. You the, what do you say, you the M police? Yeah. So how did you feel about this scene? Of course, Michael's not gonna say
Mike was handling
anything.
it right with the cops for his situation because you know who he worked with. So he's like, I don't know nothing, I ain't see nothing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know him, but
Mm-hmm.
Bump
Mm.
know his whole backstory.
Right. And the crazy thing is, remember when he was looking at the file, he was like, "You baby banger," or whatever he said, "Baby bumper, you baby bumper, you." You know how y'all know Bunk's voice. So I kept trying to rewind it because I wanted to see that file. I'm like, what does it say? What does it say? But all I know they said inconclusive. So I'm like, oh man. So clearly it don't seem like they was able to, I guess charge him or whatever for what he did. I mean, I don't know what he was in jail for the first time, but it doesn't look like he
He
was
said
charged for
he
that
said
situation.
he said after what this sick mother father did to you. Well, he ain't really say mother father, but I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
I could see you wanting something like this to happen, but I know you didn't do this. This is something
Right.
that a
I said
grown
all of that.
man
Was you
did.
paying attention?
No, I was paying it. No, what I'm saying
Oh.
is with that whole scene. Never mind.
No, keep
I was.
going. I know because I said all of that, so I'm just
I
making
know you
sure.
said it. I know. I was just saying. Well, I was just trying to get to the point, but never mind. I guess I'm taking. I guess I'm mentioning it again, and it's.
No,
I
that's
don't want to
okay.
blow up the spot and go too far ahead. So I figure if I'm
Oh, okay,
mentioning
yeah,
something
okay, yeah.
already that you said, then I wouldn't
You
have a
right.
problem.
You right. Because you might go on ahead and blow something up, child.
Look, he knows that this guy did something to Michael.
Yes, that's
He
yeah.
knows that, and so he knows that he has a motive, but he knows that he didn't. He want to see if he could get something out of him, and Mike ain't budging.
Do you see that he's not having any luck with these kids?
No,
Randy, he had only person he had something with was Michael's mom. Like, you need the boy, you need to talk to the boy, this and that, right?
but she
She the
desperate
only one.
anyway.
Yeah, she the only one because everybody else, they like, you ain't intimidating me. I'm sorry, like this is
He
not
not gonna have
happening.
no luck with these kids.
Mm-mm.
They already see Marlo people as the boogeyman,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
and, and
So
Michael worked for the boogeyman.
his little tactics don't work. Okay, so
Nah,
also
they
we
too
see that
seasoned.
yeah, we see that Kima is talking to the family of the homeless man, like of a homeless man, right? And it's just kind of sad when you hear all the stuff that's going on because the families are like, he came, he was on drugs, and the last time he came, we just didn't help him. So now they're like, they're feeling bad and they're concerned
They
because they're
got some
like,
sort of guilt about it.
yeah, because they're like who does nobody deserves that. Now you're hearing folks getting bit and all that. You know what I mean? So I feel bad. So this is what Kima has to deal with now. And then she even came and complained to McNulty. She was like, whose idea was it anyway to put that he be biting people in the papers? And of course, McNulty was probably just standing there looking stupid, like, all of this is me.
But
All of this is me.
he told him not to write all of that stuff though. Templeton, he be doing what he want too.
Yeah. He asked, like, he kept like, you know, poking at him, like, we need more than that. We need more than that. We need more than we need something. We need something. So he was like, oh, he's a biter. So that's what happened. But it's whatever. What you gonna do? All right, guys. So, this right here was a very interesting scene because I just don't understand why these guys are always just kiss. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um there's nothing fascinating about Scott at all. Yet those superiors, they are just up his behind. I'm like, there
Like who
has to
he
be.
know?
Yes, that's what I was gonna
It
say.
feel
There
like
has to be a
nepotism.
rich. It has to be a rich uncle or something behind this because it makes no sense. They're just caping for him so hard. So Gus is telling his superiors that Scott's article is on like his articles that's on spending time with the homeless. It makes him sound like he's spending more time with them than he actually is. Like he's spending weeks on end with them and stuff like that. And Gus says that Scott is acting like he's taking his life in his hands and, he's just walking under the highway at night. So one of Scott's butt kissers, says, I respect your concerns. So I'll take the piece and move it as my own edit. How about that? And I'm like,
Wow.
wow.
But
So
what about when
either
he
way,
said he's doing it in essay form? When he said
right.
that, I was
Hmm.
like, what?
Because he wanted to know why he was using the first person and all that. And was
Mm-hmm.
just like, he's just critiquing it like he's supposed to critique it. And they're not allowing um him to do his job at all. Like they're not even they're bypassing the way the standards of writing an article. They're bypassing all of that for this moron. It's
Yes,
freaking
they letting him
ridiculous.
get too many passes to me and my thoughts. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they giving him too many passes. Like who do you know when you getting over like this?
Hmm.
And because
Yeah.
Gus see right through his stories. He not believing anything. He feels like he basically pads the details and all of that other stuff. So he's not feeling it.
Yeah. Hi, yi, yi. It's insane, folks. Insane. Yeah, support gaming said that it's not that far off from today's era. Making up
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Fake news. Fake news, fake news. Okay. So we also see in this episode that folks like Norris, and we also saw another officer, they're starting to come to McNulty to get extra manpower and cars and whatever, supplies or equipment that they need to work other cases. All right. And McNulty says that, he can help them by bearing the expenses and the OT in his file. So basically, he has them putting his CC number on the OT slips. And everybody's looking at him like he's the king around there. Like, oh, you got it, boss. You got a good thing going on and all this stuff. And it's just like, yo, what is going on here? So it's just crazy how this whole thing is turning out. But at the same time, it's actually good that they're coming to him, even though they're doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing, but they're still doing police work at the end of the day that they
Exactly.
couldn't do. You know what I mean? No, did you want to say anything about that particular, how they got this new system going where they using McNulty's CC number for the overtime and the extra manpower and the cars and the this and the that? You want to say something
I
about it?
with this, he's getting the now he's getting all of this stuff, and he's like, I don't need all of this. I don't need all of this, and he's getting
Mm-hmm.
all of these things. But then you got people coming to him. Can I? Is it safe to go there?
I said that. Yeah.
Then you got people going there like he's like the Grand Cardinal or something, where he
Yeah.
has the key to Golden City, where he's just here. You know what? You just do this, and I'll put it off on my. So he's
um,
like digging this. This is like, remember when they talked about McNulty getting a case where he's the one that everybody goes to? This is
mm,
his feeling, that feeling that he likes to get. So
mm-hmm.
he's being recognized as like top cop. So
Yeah. They call him
he's getting
boss.
everything he
Thanks.
wants.
Thanks, boss. And then meanwhile, you got Bunk listening to the whole thing like, oh my gosh, and then he's calling somebody on the phone like, I need this number ran, blah, 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 blah. And then was like, oh, you just called. And he was like, hey, I'm calling again. You know what I mean? Because everything is being pushed back because of this stupid fake serial deleter case. All right. Did I say serial deleter?
Everybody got to put their cases that they was working on the back burner. Kima had that
Yeah.
3 homicide with that little kid that she found in the closet. She got
Yeah.
her case. She
Yeah.
the other it's people that got real important cases that they working, and behind all of this, Bunk got a real case that he working, and
Mm-hmm.
he's getting close to it. He's getting close to things. He's questioning. You question Michael
Right,
and all
folks.
that. So we see where
Yeah.
all of this goes.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Where? Uh-oh. Looks like I done missed something. Okay, so we got Mike Fletcher who goes to the soup kitchen because he's thinking that that's where you find homeless people, right? Because he needs to write an article about what life is like for the homeless people. But Bubs was like, so why you come down to the soup kitchen looking for homeless people? And he was like, that's not where these people aren't homeless. And he's like, no, you got people that, you got working people that come here, all different kind of people that come here. Like, you'd be surprised how
People
many
that
people come here.
living like they in between pay weeks, they money ain't
Yeah.
right, they might eat a good meal, they come down there and get fed.
Yep. So what Bubs does is take him under the bridge and shows him around, and he encourages Fletcher to write what it feels like. And write like it feels, write how it feels. And even him, Bubs, he basically says the same thing that what is his name? Gus was saying in the newsroom. Like when he was going around, he was like, I just want something that feels like the truth. You know what I'm saying? I
Exactly.
wanted to
So
feel right.
everybody know that guy's lying.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to say with this? This is the first time we saw Bubs not take money for doing something. And he
Yes.
was
I
like,
was
no, he's like, no, you keep your money. He said, and when
mm-hmm.
he explained that, what you just said, that's what
Yes.
I liked about the whole thing. You saw the change in him, his art.
Yes. And I love how clean he looks. That's another thing about it. He looks so clean and just, not disgusting in the face. He just, I'm just so proud of him right now. It's amazing. Anywho, and he's helping people. He looks like he's more comfortable at the soup kitchen now, especially now that he knows that he's monster negative. So he is like, it seems like maybe he's finding a little more joy in what he's doing. I don't know, because it just seems like he's more comfortable down there. Because
Mm-hmm.
before it looked like he was just trying to stay in the kitchen and scrub the pots and everything. Now he's out
He
there
was trying
actually
to stay
serving the
away
food.
from everybody because remember,
That's what I
this was
said.
before
Yeah.
he found out all of that. So now he
Yeah.
feels comfortable.
Mhm.
He's out in the open. He's mingling with people. He's getting people's. He's talking. He's being himself now.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Um okay, so yeah, so I was glad that oh gosh, I can't even spell.
I know this look like
Sorry.
the lights is hurting your eyes now. I could see it.
Yeah.
Squinting.
I'm waiting for my other little shades to come and they taking forever. Think they coming in tomorrow. What's up, Candy Love?
Hey,
All right.
Candy.
Okay, so guys, Clay Clay did this. I was laughing a little bit at this. I ain't gonna lie, guys. So, Clay Davis's driver, Mr. Price, he done said too much, right? And he but they made it scratch the record off record because that's not what's on trial. That's not what Clay Davis was on trial for. So they had him scratch that off the record. But did you want to say anything about, because we could move on. I just wanted to bring that up
He
because
folded under
I
pressure. He ain't fold under
yeah,
pressure for you. He
yeah, of
folded like a
course.
lawn chair.
And he just had me laughing because he was all cursing on the stand, and he said and then when
I ain't getting none of that money.
he said you had damn right or whatever. The lady said, uh Mr. Price or whatever, he said, he cursed after that. Like he was just like really just not doing good on the stand
He
at
had no
all.
sort of etiquette for it to be understood.
No, and Rhonda and Bonds was just like, oh my gosh, especially Rhonda. You could see the defeat on Rhonda's face, and I was just like, this ain't looking good. I wasn't expecting the verdict to come in so soon, but we'll get there. But I was like thinking like, okay, well, this is not looking good for them right now, but it's gonna be okay later. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that because the way Freeman testified and he found so many things that could put this guy under, you would think, put Clay under the jail, you would think that the verdict would come in a little differently or not as soon. That's just what I thought. But anywho, let's move on. So Omar catches up with
Mm,
Savino. All
mm.
right. Now, Savino tells him that he wasn't there, when they took out Blind Butchie. It was Chris and Snoop. Just straight up gave straight up gave them up. And Omar, before that, Omar pointed out that Savino used to be muscle. Like, wasn't you muscle for Avon, for Barksdale, this and that. And now you working with Marlo and all of this.
Mhm.
And so,
You was muscle for Barksdale. Now you was muscle
yes.
for Avon. Now you muscle for Barksdale. I mean muscle for
So,
Marlo. He just is
hmm
ready to get at him.
so the crazy thing is, I did not expect him when he looked like he was about to leave. He said, "You know what, yo?" And all of a sudden, boom! I was like, I couldn't. I was like, oh my gosh! I was not expecting that because I don't know why I wasn't expecting it because he already
I'm
deleted the
glad
one
I ain't
guy.
tell it because you would have been mad at me.
Yeah, he deleted the one guy in the earlier, and I remember he had promised Bunk that he wasn't gonna be doing this stuff no more, but I guess that's out the window. Like, I do not care, whatever, that's gone. So I was surprised. It really caught me off guard. I don't know why, because I guess it didn't register that he was back to deleting people, even though I know he did from earlier in the episode, but it still didn't click. Like, to see him do it, I guess that's what caught me off guard. Obviously, it doesn't matter that
It
he did
seemed
it
like
to
he
this
really
guy.
fought with the decision for a minute.
Yeah, and obviously, he's already out for blood regardless on Marlo and all of that. But I just didn't think he was gonna be taking down other folks along the way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you said, it did seem like he was contemplating. But yeah, I'm with support gaming. Like, he definitely must have just lost his mind after that, because he was like, you know what, boom, like this is just that, because I'm tired of Marlo not coming to the streets to see me, like, this is another way to probably lure him out, maybe.
Yes, definitely. Look, if I start dropping by your soldiers, you gotta
Right,
come to the streets sooner
your
or later.
muscle. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hmm.
So yeah, we shall see, honey. So yeah, this is Gus now. He is out. Like, listen, I need some answers. He out in the police bar asking a
Miss K,
theoretical
did you know
question.
he where he was when you saw him outside? Remember when they showed the car sitting outside and they showed him looking, and then you
Mm-mm.
saw the traffic? I knew where he was right when he was sitting outside, and once I saw the drunk people coming in and out, they looked like cops. So I was like, oh shoot, he going to go talk to the cops.
Yeah. So he is up in here talking to the major, all right, and he's talking to him about that story. We know what the story is. Obviously, he's not really, like he said, it's a theoretical question, and so it jumps to another scene, but then it comes back to this scene, and now you kind of get like the tail end of the conversation, and the major saying somebody's yanking your chain, right? Because he was talking about, I guess, like the fake ID situation or something with fingerprints and how something works. And
Hmm.
if this person is a twin, unless this person is a twin that's carrying around her sister's finger in her pocket, like, somebody's yanking your chain. So obviously he already knows the story was garbage, but he wanted to just double check.
Hmm. I got
So
a
that's
fun
that.
fact for you, Miss K.
What? Because is it the
In
same
this
fun
picture
fact
that
that?
we have,
Uh-huh.
in this picture right here, I'm not going
Yes.
ahead. The fun fact is, who do you see from Law and Order there?
Oh, I don't
See,
know.
Belzer over in the corner reading the paper.
I don't watch Law and Order.
Oh yeah, he used to
Yeah.
be Law and Order SVU, Law and Order, all those Law and Order shows. I used to
Yeah, I
watch
don't.
those. He was over
Yeah, I
in the
don't watch
corner.
that. Okay, that's cool.
Hmm.
And is that the
So that
infamous
was a
pool
fun
table?
fact.
Is that
And
the
they were,
infamous? Go
yes,
ahead. The
yes,
infamous
that
pool
is the
table
pool
that they be
table.
laying the dead cops out on. Wow, that's insane. But here's another fun fact. I'm glad you brought up the fun fact. What's up, Eric S? I'm glad you brought up the fun fact because um what is his name? I was watching Gus. I was watching the women of Booster Street or something like that, or whatever, or
Uh-huh.
whatever. And I
He
was like,
plays.
yo, he was the little guy that knocked up Oprah's character. I was like, oh
Yes,
snap.
exactly. Yeah, and
What's
I
up?
reviewed that too for on one of the
Yeah.
throwbacks. Hey,
What's
Tamika.
up, Tamika? All right, so we're gonna move the heck on, right? So also we also have that Freeman tells he tells McNulty that he needs 7 men and cars because right now what's coming through on the computer are pictures of clocks. So at first they thought that the first picture of the clock was like a meeting place. But it turned out that it wasn't because when Sidner went to go watch Monk, he didn't move for like an hour and change or 30 minutes maybe or something like that, he said.
Yeah,
And
so they
so he
don't
was
know
just like,
how the
yeah,
system works yet.
yeah, so he's like, "Oh, just come on back." Freeman tells him to just come on back. So now Freeman is telling McNulty that he needs 7 men and a few cars because like we really need to figure out what the heck is going on here. We have to crack the code on these clocks because that's what keeps coming through is the clocks. So I really would love for him to crack this code, man. I mean, I'm very interested in him doing this. All right, so next, let me see something here. Next we have Omar. I feel like I'm. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Sorry, because I feel like I'm skipping something now. I know one thing as well is that during this time that McNulty told Freeman, not McNulty. Freeman tells McNulty that he needs extra manpower and all that. This was the time when McNulty was telling him like, "Can you please hurry up and get me out of this with the quickness? Like I can't take this anymore. Like he cannot take any more of the attention, guys. Like it's just freaking too much. Even though he feels, all good inside about helping folks with the extra manpower and the extra hours and all of that, more than he could handle. Like he can't take it anymore. Like the attention from the homeless cases, like even Jay is calling him left and right and staying on his behind because people are on Jay's behind as well, right? And so we
Mm-hmm.
know Jay don't like to work, but he keeps coming to McNulty. Oh, they need an update. They need this. They need that. Whatever. So the city council needs this. They need that. So did he say city council or what's the other place? Is it city council or city hall? City hall. All
City
right.
Hall.
So McNulty says to Freeman, you got to get me out of this as fast as you can. So and he's like, all right, I'll try to do what I can do. That's all Freeman can say at this point. Okay, so now we got Omar getting up with the youngins.
Mm.
And oh my goodness, like he got them all
Oh,
shook. First of all, Michael was
Michael was
very, very afraid because he's like, oh my gosh, if he would have made me out. So anyway, let me just make sure that I'm not freaking messing around because I don't looked over the wrong thing.
Michael
Okay,
looks
so
scared.
he rose up. Yeah, Michael was the scariest. I feel like he was the scariest one in that moment. But anyway, so he rose up on Michael and the boys, and he tells Michael to send the message that he dropped Savino. Right, I'm the one that dropped Savino, and it's the same message. Like, come outside, and if you ready to dance or whatever. So Michael was like, after Omar left, Michael was like, man, if he would have made me out from Monk's apartment, I might be dead my own self, right? And Kennard was like, "That's Omar." And then he was like, "Gimpy as a mother lover." And I was like, "Just shut up, little boy. I'm just ready. I just want Michael to put hands on him again. I hate this little boy. I really do. I hate him. Anyway, he's the baddest kid. Like, he literally probably has no parents because I'm just like, that's all he is. He's on the corner. That's it. Don't go to school. Nothing. I cannot stand him. But Moochie, do you want to say anything before I have to say what I got to say about Kennard and his statement about Omar?
Kanoy, he like, this is what y'all scared of?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not seeing him as a threat at all, this kid.
Right. And I feel like they dropped the ball on this because I remember in prior seasons, he was one of the kids that was shooting like pow pow. I'm
He was
Omar, pow
imitating
pow.
him.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
for him,
they did, the writers did drop the ball
so
on this.
so for him to say this right now as if to not as if to act like he doesn't recognize Omar is kind of ridiculous. But whatever. It happens, doesn't it? Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, so that's what's gonna go on, guys, with that. He letting them know, come see me, and that's that. Okay. So next we have a
Monk
win for
had a
Clay
pretty nice
Davis.
apartment. I forgot that was Monk apartment they was in.
Mm-hmm. So Clay, he takes a stand and he makes himself look good, like by painting himself as the hood philanthropist and all of that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
So I'm supposed to count
Oh
for
my,
all of these receipts.
yeah. So Bonds was like, when he got out, when they went outside and you got Clay holding hands with his, they're like, yeah, taking pictures in front of with that attorney that he hired for $200,000. Woo! Oh my gosh. He says, the Clay, I'm sorry, Bonds behind him was like, what the heck just happened? And that's when Rhonda, this is a quote of the episode, she said, whatever it is or whatever it was, they don't teach that in law school. So
Mm.
that's just that. I don't know if, do you want to say
It's
anything
like
about
they
this whole
case
verdict?
blew up in their face, kind of like, and he looks like a modern day Robin Hood.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say, Robin Hood, but I didn't left it alone because
That's what's been happening all night. Like usually, whatever you start to say, I already had it prepared to say, and then
no, I wasn't gonna say
no,
that
I'm just
now.
saying that's what's been happening to me tonight
Yeah.
with you.
Oh,
And then you like, I just said that, but it was like I had that already in my
you
thing,
was
and then I'm
already
like, now
gonna
what am I
say
gonna
it.
say? So I just start off with it.
Oh,
That's been
my
happening
bad.
all night.
What's up, Savannah? All right, guys, we
Hey,
about to get out of
Savannah.
here. So, Gus in this scene, it was very interesting to me because now he's talking to a coworker and she's like, how did, because they see the headlines, right? And the headlines actually don't look good for Scott because now they're saying he's the one who enraged the serial deleter, you know? And so Gus was like, this is just an embarrassment or whatever. And so she was saying, well, how did this story, who approved this story? Like, why did it get approved? But the whole point is that, he's talking with her
You
and
know why
he's
I
just,
got approved.
yeah, and he's talking to her about like why in the world this guy lies so much, right? Like he's just letting it be known. Like there's so many stories that he's lied about. Like he was going back to the kid with the at the basketball, at not the basketball, the baseball game and this and that. Like he was just counting all the stories. And he said, is if he got took, that's different. Everybody gets took every now and then or whatever. Like going down there to the where all the homeless people are. If you got took, that's understandable. But the fact that he can't be accountable for it, that's what really gets him. Like he doesn't want to call another reporter a liar, but man, like come on. And I think he mentioned that's what he mentioned, that whole story about the fake IDs. Like he said, I told him to go double check on this story and he brings me back something about fake IDs. So
Mm-hmm.
he's so over him at this point.
Yeah,
Did
because
you want to
it
say
seemed like
anything about?
everybody knows he's sensationalizing these stories.
Yeah. Hmm. And so I just I don't know what's gonna go on, but I'm interested. So now we have Kima, who, through all her hard work and being tossed to and fro from different, one case to another, she has also been spending time with her, I guess you want to say son, because she's back in his life. This is Elijah. And but he can't sleep. And so she takes him to the window and they're saying goodnight to everybody. She got him saying goodnight to scammers, hoppers, dealers, popos, everybody, the moon, the stars, every freaking
I
body,
was laughing when she was
crackheads.
trying to put together that furniture.
Yeah, she's trying to
He
put
was giving her
together
a hard
furniture.
time.
Yes, I'm like, don't break it, like you done bought the thing, don't freaking break it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So, yes, it was a very tender moment. It
Hey,
was very
husband.
cute. She had him you know, she had him like just repeating after her, and it looked like it probably would help him fall asleep. So, she's actually pretty good at this. you know? If you're going to lie to duck a correction, what else will you lie about? Right. I think that's what the
Exactly.
did the girl say that? Yeah.
Yeah, one of them said it
So
in
one of
that
them, yeah.
conversation.
Mm. So people are listen, people are on to him, but butt sniffers, the ones that the higher ups that just love this guy so freaking much. They can't see it. It's to the point where they rather just take on the story themselves. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
It's just insane. I don't even, it don't make no daggone sense. I kind of feel like I was a little off tonight, guys. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Oh boy, I am really tired. So
We got through it.
I need to get my
We
behind in
almost through it,
bed.
right? Or is it one
Yeah,
more
we're
thing?
done. No, we're
All
done.
right. So look,
This was the
we are
last
closing to the
episode.
end. We might have a little special thing for the finale, Miss K. We might want to do some little trivia along with the thing, maybe if she has time. I'll do the trivia.
Probably won't do trivia. We'll probably save it for another day because I just want to have it as a regular episode because I do all after I'm done with all of these recaps, I put it in a playlist. So I'd rather just
Mm-hmm.
have whoever comes, they just can enjoy it the way it is like that. But we can we're still supposed to
Yeah, that's
do
how I
we're
thought we
supposed
was.
to do the favorite like certain scenes and we're supposed to do fun facts. So if we do fun facts,
Yeah,
we can do
I
trivia.
meant to
You
say
know, it's
that,
not
like
really
not the trivia, but you know what
yeah,
I'm trying to say. Sorry,
right. It's
I
all
know you was
good.
gonna do like a special thing, so
Yeah. So that's that, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all do hit that like button. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like and share for the algorithm. Yes, Moochie. And you just had a video, right? Did you just have a video for
oh yes, I
the
just did
shy?
the shy yesterday. I am coming out with uh we're doing I'm doing a little thing in the afternoon where we're doing predictions and trailer breakdown.
Okay, nice. Awesome sauce. All right. And also if you haven't checked out my video with the possible foreshadowing of Darnell's death from the shy, please check that out. I'm hoping that it's wrong, but you just gotta play around and make videos just for the fun of it. All right, and there should be another one coming up as well before Thursday, before we get to Thursday night, because there's something else that I needed to talk about. All right, guys, I will hopefully see a lot of you midnight on Friday for the shy. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. And until next time, you guys take care and be blessed and support gaming. Yes, I will be reviewing for season 2. I
Me too.
hope that if you saw that I did a trailer breakdown, then that should have indicated already that a sister is going to be reviewing for season 2 because I'm not going to do a trailer breakdown if I'm not going to cover the show. So that's just that. But thank you so much for your interest. Hope to see you in the building when that does happen. And also when it comes to Force, we're going to be going back. That's why I want to finish The Wire as soon as possible because Sunday's slot will be filled once again with the team coming through to talk about our favorite moments, least favorite moments, scratching my head moments for Force. Okay, we got to get it done like that. All right, y'all. Bye bye.